And I know this is something I really struggled with about celebrating the small wins. That was really difficult for me with the business. I just had this mentality that was never enough. So no matter what feat you accomplished that was impossible to accomplish, yet you still did it, right? It was like, yeah, but I've got these other 30 things that I have to do.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've kind of gone through that as well. But how did you almost convince yourself to take the time to celebrate those wins? Because again, that's something I really had a hard time doing.
Yeah. I can thank my wife for that because I was the same way, right? It was always, there's a million other things to do. This is great. It's like when you're in sales, right? There's the weekends or the month ends and you start over, or the year ends and you start a new year. You start from zero. So there's short wins, or you don't really celebrate them because you're always looking for the kind of the next thing. When I met my wife, she's like, "You work really, really hard, and you've done a lot of amazing things since I've known you in the beginning, and I have never seen you celebrate one of them." And she slowed me down to a point to where I really started to understand, like, we're doing a lot of good things, and my team, it should kind of put me back into the sales when I was in sales of, do you remember when your boss just always kept pushing you? And every month you hit your goals, but then next month was a new month and you started from zero. And I was like, yeah. She's like, you didn't like that. So enjoy the smaller wins with your team, and they'll appreciate it more as well as you continue to grow and they struggle to go through things and then they get another win. So it was really her mindset and her kind of slowing me down, which made me to start to enjoy these smaller base hits, as I say.
You've brought up your team many times, and it's always a very refreshing thing. I always love the quote, people questioning, oh, what happens if I invest all this money in my team and they leave? And the real question is, well, what happens if you don't invest in them and they stay?